A dielectric ball is placed in a uniform electric field, which is E naught. So we have a dielectric ball which is kept in E naught. So obviously it will get polarized. The positive charge will come on the right side and negative charge will be on the left side. So in this question they have given the value of epsilon. We need to find the electric field and the polarization vector P. And we can use the results from problem number 3.96. So the result there was that if you have a uniform polarization P, then the electric field inside due to the bound charges is given by P by 3 epsilon. So you can just check the result also if you wish. So we are going to directly use it. So we need to find the electric field inside the dielectric, which is as a result of E naught and the bound charges. So E, which is the net field inside, is equal to E naught minus P by 3 epsilon naught. So this field is due to the surface bound charges. Now we are not given P, so we need to take care of that. So we have a relation between E and P. So if you have a dielectric which has electric field, uniform electric field E inside, then we can relate E and P. So let's see how. So we have electric field E inside and E naught is outside, just like here. So let's say we have sigma and sigma minus sigma. These are the surface bound charges. So E naught minus sigma by epsilon naught is equal to E, our standard result, and outside field is epsilon times more than inside. So E naught is equal to epsilon E. So we'll put that and we'll get sigma naught is equal to epsilon naught into epsilon minus 1 times E. Also we can compare this with a dipole, and we have done it many times before. So polarization vector into volume, which is AL, is equal to sigma into A, which is a charge, times distance, which is L. So AL gets cancelled, P is equal to sigma, and from 1 and 2 we can say P is equal to epsilon naught epsilon minus 1 into E. So now we can replace P with E because we need to find E. So we do that, and our only variable left is E now. So we get E in the form of, in terms of E naught and epsilon, which is our answer for the first part. So we found the electric field. Now we need to find the polarization. So we have found E, so we'll directly use this equation to find P. That's what we'll do and get our answers.